Hey, it's the Michigan Mayor, and here I am in episode 3 in my Michigan Peasant Republic no AI economy only playthrough. There could still be rebellions and stuff, but here we go. I hit play. It's 1777. And if I look around and get a feel of how I left it, we're almost at 10 million GDP. We need better standard of living. There's 17 million people. And I just got up to have 40 construction points. Looks like my balance is pretty good. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and continue to put a new construction sector over here in Connecticut, and I'll put one in New Jersey. That way I can get those things ready to build fisheries. I'm going to need a lot of fisheries. Now I think that groceries are going to be expensive here. Yeah, I have groceries and silk are expensive. I can look at my synthetic plants. I might want to build my own paper, but I might let the public build one. I'm not sure yet. If I look here in Michigan, I'm going to click on the auto build for logging camps. So at least I can put these camps up to 50 without having to look. In my government building, let's see how much it costs. It costs $380. Okay. Yeah, I don't have... So I only have that one government building. It's been 2 years since I started. There's $3 million in the investment pool. So if I can get my construction sectors going up higher, the private sector will build more things. So I'm going to put 3 more in the last 3 states: Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Indiana. It'll give the private sector more points to build with, and it'll make it easier to build inside each state. So they're always smashing trains together. That's how you keep your people happy. You let them smash trains together. And now one main thing in this run is there's going to be lots of unemployed people. We're going to have a few different rebellions. Well, rebellions are kind of 50-50. Depends on how well I go. If I build the right things or not fast enough. And there'll be a point where the population levels out once my pollution impact in all my states becomes 100%. The mortality and the standard of living goes down. It kind of balances out the population. It looks like I have starvation. I wonder why they're starving. Let me see. Go to the market button, food security. Groceries. Yeah, so they need groceries. So I'll build a food factory. This is just some bare bones economy. It's only 10 million. This is barely nothing yet. This is about the same place some basic nation starts in a vanilla game, probably. It's 1870, or I mean it's 1780. My bad. So let's see. I'm going to do the same thing here. Automate the maize farms. Okay, so Indiana has risen up against us. I have to mobilize my conscriptions, and then I guess I'll have to wait to recruit the general. Okay, now I can recruit a general. There'll be a landowner. He'll come down. I do have arms, and I'll build... No, that's fine. I will take my army and I'll put one barracks down, my first barracks, and it'll be in Michigan. So now I'll have my standing army ready. That way I can keep a general in my army. Otherwise it won't let me. But now I do have a lot of population under the standard of living. I'll fix that later. So the logging camps in Michigan are all the way filled up. What am I short on here? I'm going to mass build all 3 of my agriculture buildings here. Whichever one fills up is the one I'm going to build. Panama gets an eruption. Yeah, so I put maize farms, livestock ranch, and vineyard all on automatic build. Each one of these is only cost 200 construction points. That's gonna at least grow my GDP a little bit, so I can get more currency. As the GDP rises, like I said, I get more minting. But if I get used to how much minting I have, and I match it, when my GDP falls, I'm gonna lose a lot of money. So I want to keep it kind of a balance. But I can see that while I'm building, I'm still losing money, so I need that GDP to be higher. Then I can start to put down government buildings. Once I put down government buildings, I can start to increase my police and my home affairs. That way, I have less radicals. The private sector's putting down railways, iron mines. I feel like once I get oil, the only thing I really want to use oil for is diesel trains. I'll probably go for electric trains and then oil power plants. That's probably how I'll do it. I'll probably only use oil for power plants, and that's it. I'll have to use it for cars, obviously, and to radios. I think radios. The Yemen farmers want me to pass different laws. But I don't want to pass a new law. I like the law that I have. So I can make the government a little more stable. No, that's as stable as it's going to get. It's mainly just farmers right now so far. So I could build more, so I'll add 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't need livestock ranches, so I'll turn that down. Indiana is colonized. I'm going to put a government sector in Ohio, just on simple organization. Build another cornfield and another wine farm. The youth is the future. Yeah, I let my people do whatever they want. Whoever has the most clout is who I throw into government. Tools are expensive. Yeah, my construction sector here. I'm going to build another one. All the states have their own wooden construction sector. So yeah. So now I need steel, tools, and glass. So I'm going to click on my steel factory, my tooling mills, and my glass works. And I'll put all those on automatic construction. But none of them started to build. I guess I'll turn those off and I'll just build a new steel mill. Put it there by hand. So my GDP is up to 11 million. Construction costs is up to 51,000. It's mostly wood. I don't have any logging camps really anywhere. I have 4 in New York. I'll put 1 in Ohio, I'll put 1 in Pennsylvania. That should be helpful. And the 1 in Ohio will be regular wood. The 1 in Pennsylvania, I'm going to turn this to hardwood. Or should I have all of them be hardwood? Because that would make my... I use hardwood in my arms industry and my furniture industry. For now, I think that's okay. Yeah. So I need tools and glass. Glass first. Put a glass works. And now that I'll have 5, I can probably open a corporation up. Or a company. Negative 18,000 for construction goods. It was I think at 10,000. So I'm spending more, 8,000 more. That's okay though. Maybe I should bring this construction sector down by 1 level. I'm spending a little bit too much. And I can do the combined home goods. The combined Michiganian home goods conglomerate takes 3 glassworks and 2 furniture factories. So there's 1 more company we got. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 companies. And I can open up every company. I can have 101 different companies. Low market access in Michigan. So at this point, I'm going to change my street lights to electric street lights. Yeah. That'll raise my infrastructure, so that will put Michigan back into the market 100%. In the railroads, there's 2 options for the railroad. One is you can have transportation, you can sell transportation goods, but once you start to produce a lot of cars, the population doesn't really buy this. Second is you can subsidize it. Third is you can change your urban center to electric streetlights, but that only does so much. And towards the end game, when you run out of rubber and oil, and cars start to get expensive again, and your pops naturally head back towards the railroad. I usually like to keep them whatever. I let it kind of go. If the state gets bogged down, and they just start building shit in different states, and it kind of evens itself out. Yeah, so I'll get rid of them. Oh, I should have clicked the one for more loyalists. No, that's alright though. Alright, so I'm back into some debt. I'm paying on 1,000 subsidies, which I'd rather not do that. Especially having such a small economy. Which reminds me, where's my boats? Where's my fleet? So I can start to build a fleet. That's what I want to start to build. And I have a shipyard. Yeah, so click on my military, click on my navy. I'm going to create a navy right here, and I'm going to build 10. Well, I'll just build 5 frigates for now. And okay, they're being built. Shipyard is subsidized. Work is for everybody. No racism inside my nation. Please and thanks. Okay, so artillery. Right, I need artillery because I'm building ships. So I'm going to build my artillery foundry. Yeah, so I do have Panama and I do have rubber. So that means I can also go ahead do my electronics and automotive. So I'll change that to radio production right away. Same with cars. I'm going to change it right to airplane production because the populations buy airplanes. So now I have inefficient crew for my Navy. And I'm going to put all my Navy administration buildings in my capital state right here. I probably need like 3 or 4. I'm not sure. For now I only need 1. And I can recruit a general, and I'll make Wesley McCoon a new admiral. No reason other than he's in the military. And I guess I'll just have the military. If I prefer a military person to be the general of, or the admiral of my military. So now I need lead. So I'll put down my first lead mine. So I don't make any lead yet. Should probably do the lead on top before the cars. Everything is looking pretty good here. Could use more power plants. No, I don't have any oil yet. I have oil in the ground, but I don't have it in my economy. Right? Yeah. So here in Ohio, I want to build an oil rig. But I do have to wait for all this other shit. Also, my construction efficiency in Michigan is pretty low. Eruption in Panama. I probably won't use electricity. I think I'm going to change this to, steel. It'll just be steel buildings. Maybe electricity? Yeah, keep it electricity. Why not? They're going to build a power plant. New Jersey, Panama, Connecticut. Paper is expensive too. I'm going to need one of those. I'll get through this list first. Yeah, the private sector really likes to put down railroads and power plants. I think the population likes to use electricity over any of the other. What is it for heating? They heat their houses with it. Yeah. Wood, fabric, coal, and oil and services can all replace electricity. $1791. Gonna make the farmers upset. I'm hoping that these guys will start to get a little happier. Once we get more jobs in here, we hire more people, they'll be happier. I have 5 million peasants and 1 billion unemployed. But I do pay everyone welfare. It's not much welfare, but it is a little bit. It's 30% of regular wage. So if I click this, I click my budget money, and I click states, and you click here and see wages. The unemployed make 30% of the wage of an incorporated state. So they make 30% of about $3. It isn't much, but at least they make some money. That keeps the radicals kind of lower. Okay, so now I've gone through and built those things. I'm going to build paper. Let me check my power plant. Yeah, I still need more power. You can go to a psychologist. So after I build these paper mills, well, they're building banana farms. That's cool. I'm going to double check all my buildings. I know I got some new ones. Put the automotive industry for sale and privatize it. Electric industries, artillery foundry, lead mines, banana plantations. And all those things can be privatized and put for sale on the market. So the next thing I'm going to build, I'm just going to keep going for these cheap buildings in Michigan. And the first state that I want to incorporate should be New York. But for now, it's just, I'm not going to incorporate any of it. It's only going to be Michigan for now. And I might build more factories in these other states. One of the first industries I think that I know that I'm going to update is the fishing wharfs. And I want fishing trawlers. Not too soon, but I know that fish is one of the things that my population really likes. Yeah, it's already expensive. And I don't want to change any of my legal system things. I'm going to say everyone is allowed. Yeah, everyone's allowed in this society here. So I'm going to go ahead and build a power plant. And then I'll build 2 farms. Could probably go for an iron mine. Once my city gets big enough, it's going to sprout skyscrapers. So it'll look a lot different. So the power plants have been built. Keep all these marked. We got 6 million investment pool. I should probably go around my nation and I should put more logging camps. Every state that doesn't have one should get one. And I'll look at each one. Indiana, yeah, regular wood. If they have the bonus, I'll change it. So like, for instance, Massachusetts I know has chestnut forests. So I'll take hardwood from that. Rhode Island has chestnut, so I get hardwood. And New Jersey going to have prioritized softwood. Connecticut is going to have hardwood production because it has chestnut forests. And then Panama and Ontario are both just going to have softwood production. Yeah, softwood. A new company in Michigan. It's called, what's it called? Michigan Metal Company. 5 iron mines. Okay. So I'm doing another automotive industry. Cars are expensive. That's good though. And I'll finally build my munition plant. And that's going to be all my factories now put down. And I'm going to go through here and make sure that they're all privatized. Oh no, I forgot to change my settings for my GUI to go to 120. Can I move this? No. So I'll put my GUI at 110. Yeah, I tried out this new Cheat Menu Pro thing, and I think that's pretty cool. I like the new one. I'm not really using it, but it's nice to have it. Unstable government still. If I add the bourgeoisie in with the farmers, I can raise it up. That's fine. I'll just keep the farmers in there. I'd like for more trade unionists to come around. But with everybody already having this whole trade union law system, the unemployed people, they're getting wages, so they're not going to become trade unionists. They'll just be happy being farmers. Or they'll be happy with no political affiliation at all. So my GDP now is 15 million, and I mint 15,000. So every million I get in GDP, I mint another 1,000. I can open another company. Let's see, what company is this one? The Combined Michigan Mineral Consortium. It's going to have 5 sulfur levels, sulfur mine levels. Sweet. So the biggest company so far is the United Forestry Conglomerate, and it owns 49 logging camps, 48 logging camps, and 1 rubber plantation. I need more silk. So I'll put a synthetics plant right here. And I still don't have that oil rig. I thought I put one up. Alright, well I'll build it now for sure. So I hit this button, I hit plus. Now I'll go here to my buildings. Oops. Go to my buildings and put it up for privatization. Yeah. Walls and wheat paste. The absolutist movement graffitied a bunch of walls. It's just going to wash away in the rain. It's 1896. It's almost 1796. It's almost 1800. Yeah, I still need my GDP to get higher. Things are building really slow. Whaling stations in New York. my second one. That's going to help me get some more oil. So I do have some oil, that's right, from the whaling stations. So here's a thing for a song. They want to write a song. I'm going to spend some money. Spend $2,300 on this song. See if I can come up with something different. It'd be like the second revamp of the song. Ooh boy, I hurt my back. It's hard. It makes it hard to talk if I move the wrong way. So let's see. I should build another furniture mills. My second furniture mills, if they come out in Michigan, I'm going to turn off luxury goods. And I'm going to still building these iron mines. I'm going to turn off the automate for the iron and sulfur. Because 400 construction, I think that's a lot. I'm just going to build 10 maize farms. So 10 cornfields should be good. Each building hires 5,000 people. So that'll be like 20,000. Or 50,000. That'd be 50,000. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, smoke another one. Let's see, my economy still stuck at 15 million. And now that I have phones, I can go to my government, turn it up here, telephone switchboards. And it's still going to cost me a good penny. But at least it'll get me closer. So now I'm at, how much do I produce? Produce 210 total. Yeah. Still quite a ways to go until we're pretty stable. I should colonize somewhere. Yeah, so establish colony. And I'm going to go for Vermont and New Hampshire. Just to clear those out of the way. And I know that they're mostly just Yankee. I think the whole population is 100% Yankee. Yeah. So there'll be less rebels. Okay, I'm gonna cut my small arms output by 50%. Yeah, and I'm starting to get a fish shortage. So I'm gonna build one fishing place in each of these states. They can have one. Panama, Connecticut, New Jersey, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. They're all gonna get a fishing wharf. And I want to make sure simple fishing. Okay. So it's 33,000 for construction goods. But if I take this construction sector back down to wood, or even just to steel, so I don't need electricity, that's going to make my construction costs go down. So I'm thinking, here's a negative 2% whaling employee mortality. Alright, cool. So I'm thinking that instead of upgrading my construction sector, I really just need to build more of them. So I'll just build 10 construction sectors. And I'm going to put each of those all on my top of my list. Like that. That's probably better. That's probably smarter. It's a little too early to put my construction sector on electricity and steel. Even on iron. If I look at my census, I can see most of the population still peasants. The laborers have more political strength now, though. Michigan has more laborers than it does peasants, but overall there's more peasants. Zoom, zoom, zoom. It is pretty dangerous because a rebellion can happen anytime. They don't happen very often. Though. I kind of wish they'd happen more, but at the same kind of time, I kind of don't. But that's sort of how I feel about everything in this game. On one side, I want it, and on the other side, I don't. Like, I want a bunch of debt, but I don't want a bunch of debt. I want to build all these buildings, but at the same time, I don't want to build a single building. You know, I want all my pops to be happy and have everything, but at the same time, I need pops to not be happy so that I can expand and grow. If they're all happy and they have everything, what am I going to build? You know, but if I build everything, it's going to change. It's going to change how society works as different people get hired in different positions. Criminal organizations have begun operating in Michigan. I'm going to use negative 10% authority and take care of it. So I need fabric. So fabric is a thing that I can go and take my livestock ranches. I'll put one in Ohio, one in Pennsylvania, and I'll put one in New York. And it'll just be basic sheep ranch. Whoops. Should have changed them as I put it down. And Pennsylvania, just a basic sheep ranch. I don't want to consume any wheat in my livestock farms yet. I really don't think I will ever need to. Not unless if there's salt. As long as there's sulfur I can mine, I'm not going to need to upgrade that building. All the intelligentsia guys are in jail. Man, everybody's going to jail. So my livestock farms are almost done. My colonies up here are doing pretty good. So I make $10,000 when I'm not building anything. 5,000 goes to welfare payments. So my wine output has increased by 35%. And the power plants need coal, so I need more coal mines. So I'll put one here. Oh, wait a minute. Should I put one here? No, I should put one in a state that doesn't have one yet. Like Indiana. Indiana can get its first coal mine. Where's it going? Way down here in Evansville. The first power plant is being built in New Hampshire, in Concord. And then they're just going to increase the furniture factory. Yeah, they're putting a power plant in Vermont, an extra one in Michigan. Coffee plantations being built in Panama. Number GDP 17 million. In New Hampshire, the New Hampshire natives have risen up. So I'm going to take this general here that's wrathful. This wrathful general. Bring him up here to go to war. How dare you rise up? Come face to face with the wrathful general. Let me check my government. Can I have a stable one yet? The farmers and the trade unions can come together. So I'll try that out. Maybe they'll become stable together. I'll let people protest. It's always good. And I want to take care of this debt problem I have. It's starting to get bad. I'm paying $4,000 on interest. So I'm going to sit back and not really build anything. Except the construction sectors. I will put down 10 more construction sectors. So that way the public sector can blow through this 13 million that they have saved up here. Which is an absurd amount. So I won against New Hampshire, and I ended up losing 209 versus them losing 102. Yeah. So I'm still pretty much going to lose more than them for the most part. And if I colonize Texas, let's say I start colonizing Texas, and they rise up with like 10 or 15 military units. It says here they have none, but once I declare war, they can raise their conscriptions. Well, here it says 25. So they can have 25 conscriptions. So if I come down here with my army that I have now, like this, I don't think I'll make it. So luckily, Michigan starts up here, where a lot of these smaller states doesn't have very many. And depending on the state too, some states can actually have a lot of unemployed people, even with high mortality, because they have just enough subsistence farms to keep food prices low. So fabric is expensive again, and I'm not building anything, but I feel like plus 12,000 is enough to where I think I could cover some more debt. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to put more livestock ranches all around in the states. So Connecticut, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Indiana, Vermont, New Hampshire, and yeah, I might as well put one in Ontario and Panama. That way each of those states has their own local fabric and their own local meat supply. Because the states buy things locally first. And if they can't find it on their local market with these local prices, and then they go to then they buy it off the market. So like here in Indiana, fruit is $19, but they can buy it on the market for $10. Yeah, they can buy it from another state for $10. Right? And that's because they don't grow their own fruit. Okay, so Vermont is colonized. So is New Hampshire. So negative 46,000. That's too much. That's too much. I gotta build only one building at a time. Okay, yeah, that's a little better. So I'll go back to my livestock ranch. Where's it at? Oh, groceries. Groceries are expensive. So I'm going to build a grocery factory here in Michigan. And I'll open up a new company. Afro-Caribbean people have a hard time getting employed. Work is for everybody. Hire them. So Michigan Premium Metalworks is going to take 5 tooling workshops. Okay. That'll help my GDP. An agitator, Joel Potter. He's a farmer social democrat. The food factories are completed. So I think, check on my fleet. So those 5 ships are done, and it looks like they're hired. I'm gonna go ahead and build 5 more. Right? Yeah. So I'll build 5 more frigates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not too expensive. That's pretty cheap. Private sector's building electronics, corn, logging camps, fishing wharves. Alright, good. If I change all of my logging camps to hardwood production, it's going to make wood really expensive and hardwood really cheap. So I'm not doing that yet. In fact, I'm going to stop all construction by the government. Because my debt is almost half as much as my credit limit. So yeah, slowing down. I should be able to take it back really quick. But at the same time, I want to keep building these corn farms. They go up quick and I can sell them. And I own 54. So I guess I don't need to worry about that. I got plenty of stuff I can sell. I have 54 for sale. So, whatever. I get too excited when I play this game, and I gotta tell myself to calm down a little bit. Just because it's possible to do something doesn't mean you need to. It's like if I go through and I upgrade everything to its highest production method, you know, you might think that's a good thing, and you'll see your GDP jump up, but then you'll get a million radicals, and then everybody will be unemployed, you know, and then the population is going to spike up, and you'll end up with a big fascist fest. Speaking of fascist, here's the supremacist movement, and I guess I'll allow them to air their concerns only because I like the First and Second Amendment. But nobody has to listen to him. Don't listen to that guy. But if I take things slow and I play nice and calm and I only build what I need, which right now is a livestock ranch, I should be able to have a nice little society that I can build out of here, out of nothing, and into a workers somewhere nice for everyone to live. You know, and these pops, maybe they don't have to have a job. They'd like one. A job's a lot better than not having one, for sure. But there's not enough jobs for everybody, so we're gonna have to take care of them. If I would have started with not cooperative ownership, but maybe laissez-faire. Or even if I turned off, what is it, workers' protection? No, old age pension. If I got rid of old age pension, even though I'm only paying 30% welfare, every state I think would rise up and rebel against whatever is going on here. Yeah, my people can keep their own languages. It's no issue for me. You could learn as many languages as you want. Or you could only just know one language. Who cares? I do need... So... Yeah, I do need fabric. So more livestock ranch. And I guess I'll have to put it in Michigan. That's fine. Yeah, I don't own any livestock ranches. Just 58 maize farms. It's still 58? 51. I'm going to go ahead and put 5 livestock ranches. That should help the fabric price go down. Especially because most of my construction sectors are all in Michigan. And then I guess I'm going to go ahead and just build this all the way up to 30. So now I have... My GDP is almost doubled. It's at 22 million. That's more than doubled. It's almost about to triple. And it's 1808. So that's what, like 30 years. In 30 years it's almost tripled. Okay. That sounds reasonable. And my investment pool is going down because they spend and spend. But the more they spend, the more investment pool transfer I get. So what do I want to build here? I'm going to go ahead and build 5 livestock ranches, 5 vineyards, and 5 maize farms. I think that'll be alright. There's 110 construction points to go around. I'm only using 38 of them. You can only put 40 points into each building at a time. That's the most you can put. Anything left over goes to different states. But with construction efficiency being so low, it doesn't really transfer over that well. You know, you lose some. It's not all the way to 40. Well, I guess I'm using 40. The private sector isn't. Oops. Yeah, but they're building buildings in, like, here's a coal mine in Pennsylvania. And I have 11 power plants, about to be 13 in Michigan. And let's see. I should turn it to be oil. I should turn it to oil. Just maybe just to see how it works. Well, it's been about an hour, so I'm going to say that's my episode. I hope you had fun. I hope you had a good time. It's 1810, and GDP is 25 million. Population is 25 million. So that's 1 GDP per person. So, yeah, here it says it right here. 1.4 GDP per capita, which also means per person. So, we're good. We're doing better than ever, and also worse than ever, which is the story of the human condition, right? So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Over here on the right side, if you liked it, you can subscribe, and over here on the left, you can pick a different video. And if you didn't like it, go ahead and smash the thumbs down button. See ya.